A digital revolution is slowly and quietly taking place across Tasmania. Thousands of sensors are recording a plethora of information about things as diverse as our oceans, vineyards, crops, fish and even roads. The information will be absorbed into one of the world's most extensive online information systems. Fiona Breen reports.
For grape grower Matt Pooley, keeping an eye on his award-winning vineyard south of Hobart is a constant job. It involves a lot of physical observations.
We're continually walking through the vineyard, observing, different stages of growth, the condition of the soil, the moisture levels, always looking at the weather and what it's likely to be bringing, hence on a day like this. So we're continually processing information.
It's time consuming and it's easy to miss things.
In our routine, we're doing our daily observations, just, if we're leaf plucking or if we're pruning, we're looking at the condition of the canes or we're looking at the condition of shoots at that time. And it is quite easy. You might be thinking about what you're going to be doing tomorrow and miss something that, you briefly walk past.
As technology changes, however, this physical monitoring is destined to get a lot easier. A new multi-million-dollar project called Sense-T will use the national broadband network to take data from thousands of sensors around the state. The information will be stored in what's known as the Internet Cloud.
There isn't a big box somewhere that holds it. It's this wonderful new term, the cloud. So it's effectively going to sit at the end of the wireless network where your phone is, or at the end of the network where on your desktop. So you'll be able to get access to this anywhere. It sort of exists in the internet, if you want to think of it that way.
Anyone with a smartphone, computer or laptop will be able to access the data as it's being recorded, helping take the risk out of some big decisions.
Growing grapes or any sort of agriculture, really, it's become a very sophisticated, knowledge-intensive business, and every day there are many decisions to make about how vines or how the land is going to be managed. So we've got things like disease risk, frost risk. There's the soil moisture and what water is available to irrigate. There's knowing what the crop stage is at and how the crop is developing. You might like to know, when is harvest going to occur?
So this is an abalone.
Paddy Nixon, Vice-Chancellor of Research at the University of Tasmania, is the man driving the Sense-T project.
The sensors in many things and being used for a wide range of applications. One of the things is, though, that typically the data is collected and stored in one place and nobody has access to it. So the uniqueness for this is collecting varieties of sources of data into a single place so that people can then use that data in a way that has never been done before.
Tasmania is already recognised as a world leader in sensor technology, particularly through work done in the Southern Ocean.
We're putting sensors on fixed platforms like moorings. We're putting them on autonomous robots that roam through the ocean. We're putting them on vessels, even on animals. So we're finding all these inventive ways to gather information about what's happening in the ocean and then bring it back, and we make all of that data available to scientists and other people to use.
Most of that information is stored in different places. The Sense-T network will help to showcase it to the world. Several Tasmanian industries have been included in the setup stage: agriculture, aquaculture and the wine industry. But the potential is huge, and Tasmania is said to be the perfect host.
There's a significant interest around academia and in industry about doing sensors to collect information, so road traffic, tracking food logistics, for example. But nobody's done it at the scale of a whole island, where you're linking government, industry, community, environment, cities, towns and rural communities. So Tasmania has a real opportunity here to do this like in a way that nobody else has done it.
As the system expands, very little will remain unknown.
So you want to be able to pick a fruit or vegetable at the right point when it's just ripe or maybe just ahead of it. You want to be able to track it in transit so that you know that it's not stopped somewhere and is ripening in the van, and therefore when it gets to the delivery point that it's overripe.
If you're carrying a smartphone, which can be used as a sensor as well, you too could be part of this information network.